Hi Faye.
Hi Debbie.
You okay?
Yeah, all good. How are you?
Yeah, just hot.
We're melting, aren't we?
Oh, it is very hot.
We are melting. And I am just posting the link to our Facebook group now, just as we had another week ago. Oh yes, the link has worked. That's good. You know, when you copy a hyperlink, sometimes you need it to turn blue so that people can find us, and the link is there so people will be able to find us. Brilliant. I think we've got a couple of people found us already. Let's wait a few minutes and check everybody can see where we are. Marvelous. Hi Steph. Brilliant. Happy Thursday. Just flies by, doesn't it? And yeah, how are people doing? This heat is lovely, but it's hard to sleep in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anybody find that? Anybody find it's a bit tricky to sleep in because everybody is melting? So fantastic. Right, so we've got a few little things to share and talk about before we get crafting, haven't we? So
we have.
I've been busy, Deb. So let me show you what I've been working on. So summer porch I've used before, and we managed to get our hands on some of this beautiful mini laser cut elements and acetate so that we could make a kit. And the reason we chose this is in one of our subscription kits, which sold out. When we go to crops, people look at the layouts and they say, oh, have you got any of those kits left? Because I'd really like to make one. And the sub kits sold out. So I said to Deb, how about we try and get our hands on some of this and we can recreate a couple of the layouts from the sub kit. So that's what I've done. So this is a double page kit. Oh, hi, Jules. Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Oh, Steph, you were playing staff rounders tonight.
That's just mad.
That is mad.
That is mad.
I've loved this because summer porch I find is so easy to work with. I love blues, greys,
classic collections, isn't it?
Yeah, and this layout I based on one of the ones I made from the subscription kit. This is a different take on it, but lots of people had asked us for it, hadn't they, Deb? So we were like, why don't we do a kit? So this is on the website. It's a double page kit, and actually these elements on their own, the kit's a bargain, so it's $16.99. These would have been $7.99 each. I think the acetate assortment was about $7.99, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So 8, 16, 24 pounds worth of stuff just in embellishments, and you get double 2 lots of 300 white GSM cardstock, and you get the full color printed instructions. So it's a complete bargain. So that's layout number 1. And all you need is faded jeans distress oxide or any blue ink that you have. And this one is layout number 2, really subtle. The camera might pick up. And it doesn't use any fancy stencils because this stencil was actually just the mask from the laser cut. Fantastic. It made its own mask. And this one was a piece of wavy white cards. So yeah, if you want a bargain, you haven't used summer porch before, that would be £24 worth of stuff with the elements on its own, and it's only $16.99 with full color instructions. So that's me. So Deb, we've also got our layouts to share from this month's kit, haven't we?
Yes, and I've loved working with Pretty Little Studio. It's been such a lovely collection to work with.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, I've loved it. Used a cut file with this one. The colours are so bright and it's so cheery. It's so easy to work with.
Fabulous, isn't it?
Yeah, I've loved it. I mean, I've got so much out of it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 5 layouts, and I've still got loads of stuff left.
I think I made 5 or 6. So these are mine. So this is the current month's subscription kit. So Deb is shipping these out at the moment. We do have just a couple left, I think. So those, if you want as a one-off kit, are on the website. If you subscribe, you save £3, which gets you better value than the RRP if you were to buy everything separately. So, and we have a Scrapping Chronicles magazine with all these ideas in. So there's mine. So that's number 1. That's number 2. It was so easy to work with, wasn't it?
Yes, really lovely.
To work with. Layout number 3. I won't really mix media with this, so we talk about the techniques in the magazine. Layout number 4. Layout number 5. I did 6 with this one.
Yes.
And number 6, my favourite, the cherries. This is that's me and you. Me and you at a crop wearing our fancy dress. So yeah, we love it. Brilliant. Let's get crafting. Hi, Jenny. So
Hi,
tell
Jenny.
us, how is everybody? What have you been up to? Join in the chat.
Apart from hot. I did finish this one using cut and paste. I was faffing with this one last week, wasn't I? And I have finished it now. I had a lot of faffing, but I've used a cut file on it. So that's my first one.
Love it. So we decided we're going to play with this stencil tonight. So I am going to be working on a layout using kind of a citrus fruit, isn't it, Deb? It's like,
yeah,
it's a lemon or a orange.
Yeah,
I love it. So if you were scrapping photos of summer cocktails or well, anything kind of foodie inspired, we're going to show how we've used this stencil that comes in the kit. So this is the cut and paste kit that comes with it, and I just was experimenting with some lemons. So let's ink some lemons. Hi, Tina. Right, let's get inking, shall we?
Right, what I'm going to do is I've inked mine, but I'm going to add some at the top. But I think I'm going to use, this is the other side of the paper with the squares that I've cut out. So I'm going to put that on the top and then have some 3D lemons on top again. So it's a bit 3D-age.
Love a bit of 3D-age. Yeah, Steph, great idea. You do a lemon and cherry background. Let's mix the fruits. We could.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got my labelled brushes. You've seen these. I was talking about these on one of the posts. So I've got my little, the brush caps are now back in stock. We'd sold out of those. I've got to buy another pack of brush caps because I've got some without caps. So I'm a little bit behind. So let's get inking. My favourite thing to do, inking and stenciling, very therapeutic.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
So Deb, you'll show us. I normally dab mine in the lid. So for mine, I ink directly onto a 12 by 12 background. And then for some of these, I inked onto cardstock. And you can see I've done a double layerage when my camera stops going out of focus. There we go. So let's have a go. I'm going to do a two-tone. I'm going to go right persimmon and mustard seed, but I'm not going to go quite right to the edge. No, not mustard seed. Fossilized amber, isn't it?
Yeah. The yellow is fossilized amber. I think there's a right persimmon that does coordinate. Yeah,
that's what I've got, right persimmon. So what we've done is, as we normally do with our sub kits, we have created a colour swatch. So we spend time matching up the inks, which we love to do, don't we?
Oh yeah, it's nothing like a colour matched colour.
Oh look, this is a brand new ink. It's very juicy. I'm just going to add a slight bit of orange to the middle. Oh, Tina, you're trying to stay cool in front of the fan. Yeah. It is. I like the hot weather when I'm on holiday and I don't have to do much. When you've got to go to work, we've had swimming this evening. We had all those sort of general kind of
just grim, isn't it? I mean, where I work is like a greenhouse.
Yes, Steph, I love that idea. So that's a fantastic idea. I've only done this colour tone. How cool would it be if we do some in green? Let's do some lines.
Oh yeah.
We could do one. So we could do orange. We could do lemon. We could do limes.
Oh, I'm just doing this one. Then I'm getting a green. Do you know twisted citron would be brilliant for a lime colour, wouldn't it?
You might have to try it. There is nothing more therapeutic than a bit stenciling. But what I thought also I'd like to try, because I haven't tried it yet, let's try joining them up and making a hole. Obviously, these are just in halves, aren't they?
Oh, that's a clever idea.
You
should work.
Yeah.
I didn't check that it overlapped, but it should work.
I think it looks like it will because of the way you designed the edges look. Let's try, because I'm going to fussy cut these out. So I think this would also be good in a kind of what I would call retro, modern, just random rainbow colours. So it doesn't have to be a citrus fruit. It could just be the shape like a mosaic.
Yeah.
Right, let's flip it. So I want to do that. It does.
It does.
Debbie, of course it matches. Of course it
does. It so does. Look at
that perfectly. Normally you design these things in this way so that they all interlock.
It's just worked.
This one was just an opportunity that you didn't see.
That's a relief.
That's inspired. Right, let's see. There's my whole one. Yes, how cute is that? But what I'm thinking is fussy cut these out, layer them up, and as you say, Steph, let's go lemon, lime and orange, and a colour wheel. Yes. Colour wheel. Oh, now you're taking this stencil to a whole new level. This is very exciting.
It would have to all be masked off though.
Yeah. But I've got you those little sort of sticky acetate post-its for masking.
Yes.
So you could quite easily mask.
Let's have a go.
I love experimenting. This is what creativity is all about. See what it can do. As Vicky Boutin would say, the best investment, which often doesn't cost a huge amount, but the possibilities are endless, are stencils. Because once you get one, you can use it in so many different ways.
Right, I reckon if I start on, well, let's start on yellow.
Yeah. One segment at a time.
Yeah. I'm going for it.
Right, that's 2. I'm really pleased with those. So that was ripe persimmon and fossilized amber. Beautiful. So I would just fussy cut these. Let's just take one. So you could ink directly onto the background or just fussy cut with a little.
I'm going to mask off one of them, this one, so that I've got that one as a guide. And try it that way.
I'm guessing you'll have to do the arch in one colour. Oh, I see.
So if I do that, I can mask and have a real colour wheel with a line. I'm just trying it. It's just all very experimental at the moment.
Brilliant.
Right.
So Steph, yeah, I would do them in full colours. Oh yeah, so you could do one in blue, one in purple, cut them out and then assemble them. So that's another way to do it.
Yeah. I'm going to have a go inking, see if it works.
Inspired. Tina says you're loving the new 49 and Market with Sizzix.
Yes, they're fantastic, aren't they?
Debbie, you've got one. Have you got one there? This beautiful.
Yes, I've got the file folder and it's absolutely amazing. I don't know if people have seen it. Would you like? I've only cut it out in white.
Oh yes, please. Can you show us? Because I haven't seen it. I've seen them obviously, the die packets, but for people who haven't seen them, it's quite nice to see. And it's just genius, isn't it, Tina? Because the pieces snap in and out to create.
They snap so well. I've got I've got a magnetic platform, and I think that makes cutting out a dream on the magnetic platform because you don't need the tape.
Oh, Steph, you've got, yeah, Steph has got the tags, the tag set.
Ah.
It's the tags that I'm going to treat
so these
myself.
are the file folders. So by snapping on different ends, you get different tabs, and each one is a file folder. It's absolutely fabulous.
So you can make a mini book. You could have a file folder on a scrapbook page.
Yeah, you could have a little folder on a page and flip down for more photos and journaling.
Because 49 and Market used to sell those pre-cut. Now you can cut your own from your scraps.
Absolutely. And it comes with a die to even make little coloured tabs. It's just fabulous. There's so much in there.
Yeah, Tina, you raise a really good point. So the reason I got in Maker's Tape is because I'd seen Janine use Maker's Tape to just stick it down.
Yeah, she hasn't got a magnetic platform though, has she?
Oh right, no, I don't have a magnetic platform.
I've got a magnetic platform that I had given to me, and it's been a game changer for that because it just clips and they just stay in exactly the right place. They're not cheap, but I would say for keeping dies still when you want to cut them, it's absolutely brilliant, especially if you've got lots of little bits.
Aha. Oh yes, Tina, you got some Maker's Tape, didn't you? And that was you probably saw Janine using it, and I was like, oh, Maker's Tape, never heard of this before. Right, let's stock some. But it sounds, Deb, as if the magnetic platform is another great option.
Yeah, it just means that it doesn't move, but that's quite an expensive purchase. So, you know, it's cheaper to buy the Maker's Tape if you haven't got a magnetic
because you don't need magnetic platforms for all dies, do you? It's just
no, I'd say for this one though, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it clicks in.
Top tips.
Wow, we're full of them, aren't we?
Yeah, there's definitely something about flat plates, Tina, I know, and Debbie is very protective over her plates.
Yeah, I always said, didn't I, flat plates?
I use mine any old which way, and Debbie's like, oh no. Look after your plates.
Makes me twitchy.
Yeah.
You've got a brand new one on the bottom and one at the top that you rotate so it doesn't get bent. And she did say that you need very flat plates for it as well.
She did. So
yeah.
Top tip. Right, I'm using these lovely pieces. Let's start build. Let's go. We're going totally lemony. I've got a picture here of my boys in with their little sunflowers, and then I have picked out from cut and paste. I have picked out. Let's see what we've got. We've got.
Do you know? I think this could really work.
It's looking great. Wheel. Wow. I picked out plenty of.
You do realise when I'm faffing with this, I won't get much done.
I know, but it's inspired because it's showing us what we can do with one stencil. I'll carry on building this layout. You do the experimenting. It's a match made in heaven. You always do the experimenting, and I go, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'll have a go at that." You've done all the hard work. Who ends
up finishing all their layouts, and who ends up with nothing?
You give all the best ideas. It's a perfect combination. Right, let's get going.
Who's after red?
Get the glue. I think the glue press is going to need refilling. I've done a lot of gluing recently, and you want to keep these. We've said before on one of the lives, keep them half full, at least half full,
yes,
to keep the pressure, and it just works perfectly. Right, let's see. Where is my photograph? I was wondering, could I almost have these as a bit of photo mount? Let's see how we want this to go. Put the photo in the middle. Sunflower. I don't know if we do want all these in the middle. Let's see.
Well, my app today said it was 28 degrees outside, and it wasn't. It was 31 because my mum and dad have got a thing that measures the temperature.
Gosh.
31.
31 degrees.
Yeah, that's hot, isn't it?
That is hot.
And when you get in your car, it says something down like 35, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Does anybody have an aircon unit at home? I'd love to know people's views. I mean, it's not really that hot in the UK very often, is it? So we kind of feel like that's a lot of money to fork out for a few days. But when it is this hot, you think, oh, aircon unit might be just nice. I don't know if anybody has.
Would be nice, but
what difference it makes.
And there's a lot of running costs, aren't there? So it'd be
But
like
not of running costs, and I don't think they're that cheap as in to purchase as well. So
yeah,
you'd be spending quite a hefty bit of money. Right, I don't know if I need all these. I think these extra lemons are going to be used for something else. The layout itself doesn't need more lemons. It just needs this little bit cluster, I think, because that is going to, it brings it in but keeps the white space here. Oh, they're out of stock, Tina, everywhere. I'm not surprised. Yes, in high demand. Right, let's see. Sunny days.
Right, this is definitely going to work, but I don't. If I do a light purple, then a dark purple, then a pink, but I haven't got all the inks here, so I'm gonna.
Can I just say that is just very exciting. That is an experiment worth doing. Steph, you've got the best ideas. That is my cup of tea.
Oh, I wish we had aircon at work.
Oh yeah,
we've got.
I had your cardies on. I love that.
Oh yeah, Trivial Pursuit. I love Trivial Pursuit.
Yes.
Right, I'm gonna start cutting these out then.
So are you going to cut them out or just keep them as one whole piece?
I'm going to cut out the lemons to go on here.
Oh, right. Cut the lemons out.
Yeah, I'm going to do this later because I haven't got bright purples and pinks here ready. And I'll have to have a rummage and then
yeah,
a while.
But that as a concept
is working.
Inspired.
Yeah. Right.
A wonderful idea. Yeah. Pay me with the stencil. That's it, Steph. Wink, wink. You've got the best ideas. That is fantastic.
And it's having time sometimes, isn't it? When you sit and play with things, all of a sudden you think, oh, we've done that a few times.
The beauty of the reason I love crops is you could have an idea, like you might not have the idea. Somebody, and that's why I love our virtual crafting, is like you're doing something, somebody sees something in a slightly different way. But absolutely, Steph, we will have to have a little lemon stencil winging its way. Just like my pen fell into your altar.
Oh, no.
Did you hear that story? So Steph, I got orders all done. Off it went, and Steph sent a photo. I've got a little black fine line pen in my order. And it had just fallen into the parcel accidentally because this is the kind of ditzy thing I do. Oh,
you weren't blaming Wayne for that one.
No, it's definitely my fault.
Hi, Judy.
Good to have you with us, Judy. We've got a bit of Thursday night scrapping therapy going on. It's what we need. I look forward to this every week. It
comes round so quickly, doesn't it?
Flies by. Yeah, it really does. Oh, Karen, tell us more. Plasterboard tape as a stencil. So is that the almost like that fabric Hessian type?
Is that the squarey stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yes.
We've used that, haven't we, to add texture on things.
Yeah.
If it's the squarey tape I'm thinking of, I've got some upstairs.
I don't think I have any of that in my thing. I've got a bag full of lots of found bits, but that isn't in my bag, so maybe I need to get a piece of that.
You definitely do.
Yeah, I've normally got a bag of bits. Here it is. It's right at the back of my drawer. But Karen, you might have just given me, because this is my sort of bag of bits, and I've got all sort of found bits for stamping and stenciling, but I need some plasterer's tape. Definitely. Yeah, like gridded tape. Oh, Mel, good to have you with us. Online, finally get to watch the live. And Ali's in France. Fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, Ali. Everybody's with us. Brill. So, yeah, I love finding found stuff for stamping and stenciling.
Oh, yeah.
So bottle tops we like to use for stamping too.
All sorts, isn't there?
We're
not fussy, are we? If it makes a mark and we like it, then we're open to anything, really.
Then we're using it. We are using it. Go around your kitchen. Nothing is safe. Absolutely. But yeah, gridded tape I haven't got my hands on. That is something I'm keen to try, because that would be just amazing. Right, I'm going to foam dot some of these. Yeah, so Karen said buy it on a roll at B&Q or Amazon. Yeah. So you use it either to stencil through or just add it directly onto the layout to add texture. That is just brilliant. Great idea. Building a little clusterage. So has anybody got plans for the weekend? What's everybody got going on?
Oh, we have, haven't we?
Tina's hubby thinks she's a bit of a nightmare and collecting bits and silly little bits and pieces. Yeah, I'm here for it. Because some of those little silly little bits and pieces have the most amazing effect. And we're all for creating our own backgrounds.
Absolutely.
There's
one of my favourites was the
satisfying.
You can get cheap little foam dominoes, children's dominoes, like in the pound shop.
Yes, that's what I showed there, Deb. Those are the bag of stuff. I mean, these must be 10 years old. You made me these. You made me.
That's just from Tim Holtz dies, isn't it?
That's a pound shop domino. And then Debbie used Tim Holtz dies, because on the Tim Holtz dies you can cut any type of foam. So you made me those. They have got to be about 10 or 15 years old, Deb.
Years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, foam pound shop dominoes, and they have lasted me. You did hexagons,
and then if you use one of those heat guns, you can like burn your own patterns into them as well.
That's a heat gun
as well.
I think that's a heat gun one. So I keep those.
We've made all the things, haven't we, over the years?
We've done all the things. Oh yeah, Karen, do post a picture on the group if you don't mind. It would love to see a photo of how you've used it. Oh, Tina, you got a busy weekend finishing off your garden, getting it ready. Well, you've got some lovely weather ahead to be able to enjoy it, definitely. Right, clustering. I'm going to get these clusters in the right place. That's better there. I don't want to make it too bulky out the side here.
Right, I think I'm going to do these lemons and these squares on foam dots.
Yeah.
See what it looks like.
Oh, Rachel, we do remember using flip-flops. Has anybody made stamps from flip-flops?
Oh, yes.
We have.
Because another thing you can do is with the flip-flops and with the pound shop dies, you can heat them with a heat gun and then press shapes into them. So if you pressed in like circles, like something like that, you'd get a stamp with circles in relief.
Mm-hmm. So
clever.
So good.
Yeah. So if it's a frugal way of trying something, we've probably done it, haven't we?
Yeah. We love finding frugal ways to, particularly when it comes to mixed media.
Oh, absolutely, because then it's accessible for everybody, isn't it? It's you know, you can buy your expensive stuff and you can make your own as well. Right, where's my phone box?
We like both, don't we?
Sorry.
Yeah. Melanie asks, how do you make stamps from flip-flops? Right, Deb, explain.
You can die cut things, but I would say the best way is the heat gun. If you do the heat gun, you can press shapes into it and you'll get a relief stamp. If you pressed like something straight, you could end up with a stamp with ridges in. I haven't got any actually left with flip-flops. I think they were big and I think I probably got rid. But it's the same kind of thing you can do with the pound shop dominoes, but they're obviously smaller. You can buy foam to do it yourself on a bigger scale, but I've just gone cheap to have a go, and then you haven't lost much if it doesn't work out. And with the heat ones, if they go wrong and you don't like it, you just heat it again and it comes back to its original form.
Yeah.
So you can kind of keep trying. You know, if you don't like it, you just make another one.
And that's the thing, because as you heat it, you press into it and it cools and it sets.
Yeah.
But obviously when you reheat it, it pops.
It's like memory foam. It remembers where it was before and it pops back.
Yeah. Here's one of the backgrounds I made on the live with found objects around. So these are bottle tops, just stamped in black ink. We used a credit card, didn't we? So we did. Yeah. This is an old, what's this? An old Holland and Barrett. And I just dabbed it into the ink and you make these beautiful. So I've used some shop bought stencils, some text stamps, but also just add loads of different layers. It's just so much fun to just create. Yeah, that's it. You want a set of really old flip-flops or pound shop ones, really, and just give it a go.
Yeah, and have fun. And I would say, if you're not sure, go onto YouTube and Google things like making your own stamps and making your own foam stamps, because there will be hundreds of videos out there showing what they've made.
Yeah, to give you ideas.
There is a lady called the Frugal Crafter. She's amazing. I would highly recommend her.
Deb, I know you follow her because you come up with these ideas and you're like, I don't need to.
When I made, she had a recipe for a jelly plate. And I said to you, didn't I, it's an awful lot of money. I don't want to buy one if I'm not going to use it. So I made one as a temporary measure. And it was fab. And I used it in school with the children. And we made Christmas cards with it. It was
and
fabulous.
Then you loved it so much, you've got a real one.
Absolutely. But then I think that's good to try something without the outlay to see if you'll use it and you like it.
Yeah. I think this one's finished. I don't think it needs that much more. I think the lemons do the work. And I've still got, I mean, I've only done, what have I done with this collection now? I've only done two layouts so far.
Yeah, I'm just on my second. This is going to take me a while because I haven't even got a picture yet, but I've nearly got the basis of it. I've got a starting point.
I did make one other layout. I can't find it. I have no, oh yes, this was the one I made. So that was with that background that I've just shown. Okay. And that just shows how I turned the mixed media background into a layout. So I just picked 3 colours from my embellishments. And then that meant I could build the background knowing it was all going to tie in with the embellishments that I wanted to use. So if you haven't got the right pattern paper for a background, you can make one.
Absolutely.
Love it.
And have lots of fun while you're doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we look forward to seeing what you make, Melanie. If you do get those flip-flops, tell us more. Or if you get pound shop dominoes and you want to make your own stamps, we just love to see how
you'll also find that the cheap, you know, the stamps that come on mounted foam, if you take your rubber stamps off those will react in the same way as well. Most of them. I've got some old stamps that were the children's, and they react kind of the same.
It's great
with the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just have fun.
Yeah, definitely share with us, Melanie, what you do. I couldn't resist adding a couple of enamel hearts. You know, when you say, oh, I'm done, and then you think, no, I'm going to add just a little tiny bit more. Diving back into the stash and seeing what I've got. I don't think you can ever have too many little dots and bits and pieces. Right, I think I'm done.
Marvellous. And I will be back for a while with this, I think.
You're going to carry on working on it. We can post photos when we're done. We'll upload them to the Facebook group, so Twilight Crop and Craft Facebook group. We are on YouTube as well, so if you haven't subscribed already, hop on over to our YouTube channel. So that's Twilight Crafts. You can find us on YouTube and give us a subscribe. That'd be wonderful. And we will be back same time next week. Oh, Nicola's with us. Hi, Nicola.
Hi, Nicola.
We've just finished because we've been melting in the heat, and we know everybody's going to want to go and cool down. So it will be there for you to watch back. But thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you all survive the heat, and we will be back same time next week.
See you next week.
Take care, all.
Bye.
Bye.